What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GolfMagic channel. If you're new around here, welcome. We do a lot of equipment review videos, challenges and much more. So if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all our content for the end of 2020 and going into 2021. If you're from the UK, I'm sure you're excited as we are right now because lockdown is announced to be ending on December the 2nd, meaning that golf courses will open and we can go to the driving range, practice whatever we want and basically play golf again. It's only been a month that we haven't been able to play, but I'm sure you're as excited to me to thin your 7 irons, not be able to fill your hands for 4 hours and generally have a bit of fun. And with golf being able to be played again in the UK and with Christmas round the corner, I'm sure you're looking at many golf equipment and golf accessories to get yourself or your other golfing buddies and just trying to think, what is the best Christmas present? What I'm going to be doing for you today is reviewing another rangefinder. A week ago or so, I did review the ShotScope Pro L1 rangefinder. A rangefinder that's really top drawer for a pretty affordable price margin, but today I've got something that may be even better. GolfBuddy have been very nice to send us their new rangefinder, the GolfBuddy Laser Lite. So this is a very compact, very small rangefinder at a fraction of the price of the top market brands. What I've done with this is I took it to Knole Park Golf Club with Chris and we reviewed it alongside the ShotScope Pro L1 rangefinder and Chris's other premium rangefinder. We've tested it from all facets that you would want to test a rangefinder and I will give you our review in this video. Let's get right into it. So if you haven't heard of GolfBuddy, they've been around for about 20 years and do specialise in golf GPS equipment. I kind of consider them more towards the golf watch and GPS brand with devices. I remember about 10 years ago I had the GolfBuddy Voice, something that would say the yardage out to you. But they now are specialising in rangefinders as well and are very successful. They merit themselves on the accuracy that their devices give because they say they walk every single course to get an accurate yardage for every single reading. As well as this, they do have a UK-based customer support team, something that I didn't know. So if you ever got into trouble with any of your devices, it'll be easy and straightforward to talk to their UK-based customer support team and get that answer. As I said, I feel that they are more well known to the golf watch and GPS device, but let's have a look at this GolfBuddy Laser Lite and see how I get on. So first things first, let's just talk about the unboxing of this device. It comes in a really simple small box, which I think is pretty nice to have for a rangefinder. I personally think rangefinders are sometimes a little bit too complicated. Because I'm a relative novice to rangefinder itself, as I said in previous videos, I use golf watches, but it comes in a really simple box and when you open it, you do literally get this little box here with the manual and a cleaner for the device. As you can see, it looks pretty small on first inspection, but when you open this box, it surprises you even more. So as you can see, this product is small. Very small. It is about the same size, or actually no, it's actually a little bit smaller than an iPhone, comparing it to my set of keys, to a GoPro, to a ball mark repairer. It's absolutely tiny. Compared to the other rangefinders that we have tested, from the Bushnell to the ShotScope Pro L1, this is a lot smaller. Do I think it's light though? I don't think it's that light. It's still quite a bulky item for the weight that it provides. So if you do want to have something that's quite sturdy, I do think this does do the job. But again, I would say it is tiny going in your hand. So if you want something a little bit bigger, I don't think this is for you. But for me personally, I think having a small rangefinder is so nice to have because having something that's so bulky, I don't really like. Having something that's a little small, you can get it out so easily and just zoom in on your target and get it instantly. So it's a really nice asset to have. Of course though, if you do prefer having a bigger rangefinder such as the Bushnell, which is probably at least double the size of this little thing, I probably wouldn't go for this, but it's all down to personal preference. I don't think there's anything that's better or worse here. Quickly talk about the technology behind this product. They say it has a wider LCD display, so although it's small, you can still easily see your target. It has 3 modes, so the standard, the target and the scan mode. It's got a sporty kind of design and it's splash proof, so you can play it when it's raining whenever you want. Getting into the design a little bit more as well, I know I said it's a very small product, but still, the way in which they've designed it is really nice to see. You do have some sort of product, such as a ShotScope for instance, that the design, I don't think they put too much thought into because what's more important for people is if the product works. And I do completely agree with that, but the colour scheme that they have here of the white and red is really nice to see. But my one thing I would say about this is with any white golf product that you'd have, it's gonna wear and get a little bit off-white eventually, and I'm sure this will happen to this GolfBuddy Laser here. Although it's not a golf hat or anything like that, the eventual wear from taking it out of the bag and putting it in, it will mean after a year or two this thing will look used. So it's up to you to decide if that's a bad thing. So let's get right into the review of how we found this product on Knole Park Golf Club. We tested it on the back 9 holes at Knole Park Golf Club in comparison to the shot scope which we tested on the first 9 holes. So we already had a good understanding of how to use this rangefinder and the other rangefinder, and we can give it a direct comparison to the ones that we've been using on the day. So the first thing I do want to mention is the ease of use of this rangefinder. I said in the shot scope that one was pretty easy to use and set up, but this is just so much easier as well. All you literally have to do, you can see if I just show you if it's going to load. On these 2 buttons here, there's just an on button and a mode button. Literally, all you have to do to turn it on is just press that button and instantly you'll get a yardage. It's so simple, and for someone like me, who I consider myself a beginner for using rangefinders, I had absolutely no problem using this at all. It was so simple, and for someone who is looking at this video right now thinking, I want to use a rangefinder, but I'm worried as to which one to get, or if I'm not going to be able to use it, or just going to be a bit confused, this is the exact one for you, because it's so simple, and I think it is kind of the stepping stone into getting into GPS devices, especially rangefinders, because it's just so easy to use. As well as this, on all of the features, it has a vibration alert or even a voice function, which I know GolfBuddy specialise in. So when you have locked onto the target, it will either say what the specific yardage is, or it will buzz similar to the shot scope and give you that yardage as well. So really nice to tell you exactly when it's like nailed onto the target itself and give you that yardage. The main thing that I do want to talk about with this product is the accuracy. That I think is the main thing that we can always talk about with rangefinders of sorts. When you get past the ease of use and the design and the practicality, it's the accuracy that's most important, because you want an accurate reading for whatever yardage you have. With watches, you're always going to get it to the middle of the green, and that's pretty nice to have, but with these you always want it to be really accurate. And I'm going to give a negative towards this, because what I did feel like is that although I got a reading instantly, like as soon as you pressed it you got a reading, I didn't feel like it was that accurate. This doesn't mean that it's not accurate overall, but I think you have to realise with this product itself that you need to know roughly how far you're going to have before you laser it. An example I'll give is when I was on the 12th hole at Knole Park Golf Club, I know this is around 195 yards to the middle of the green. It was a front pin on that day and I was lasering it thinking it was going to be about 180 yards. It struggled to pick up the pin on this day. Now if you look at the footage here, you can see that there is a strong sun going into this lens, so I think that was a factor as to why it didn't pick it up very well. But initially it was giving it to the back of the green, which is about 210 yards, and let's say you're an amateur and not understanding certain distances, you could read that and think, oh, I'm going to hit a 4 hybrid now rather than what you would initially hit. So I think with this, to begin with, it's good to know the exact yardages of, not the exact yardages, it's good to know the approximate yardages of where you're going to before you laser it in so you don't get any abnormalities. This was a rare occurrence, but if it happens 2 or 3 times around, this is enough for me to mention in a video so you're aware of it if you're thinking of buying this. Comparing it to the Bushnell, this was the one thing that I would say is the massive difference here. The Bushnell was pretty nailed on for distances, but it did take a little bit longer. This instantly got a yardage, but you would say that I would wait 20 seconds just to be sure of the yardage that you get. With that as well, there's an auto shut off feature with this GolfBuddy, so after about 10 seconds it will power off. I said that you should wait about 20 seconds or so to get a yardage, which is quite a long time just to begin with until you get comfortable with the device. When it shuts off, it was a bit annoying because I was still trying to find that yardage and make sure it was 100% correct, and it was shut off, so I'd have to turn it back on. Bit annoying, but not a deal breaker for this device. This was on the 12th hole, I said, so just starting with this product. Eventually, as I got through it, I only had one other kind of hiccup with this device, and it was again really into the sun, so I think this does struggle when you're playing at dusk and it's shining straight onto the lens. Apart from that, I didn't see any other problems with it, and it was so quick at getting those yardages as well. Having this product with the vibration alert and voice function really is a standout feature for a device that is so cheap, which I'll get onto in a second. Vibration and voice features usually come in at top market brands, such as the Shot Scope, which comes in at £200. This is exactly the same in terms of those features, and it's still so much cheaper. So I think it still does come in with a lot of upmarket features for such a small price. It's always fun using rangefinders as well. I feel like it just makes the game a little bit more interesting, and having such a small, compact design like this, it does make the game a lot more enjoyable than using a golf watch, for instance. I don't know if that's just me, but having that function of zooming in and getting that specific distance is just a little bit more enjoyable than looking at your wrist. The last thing, and I think the best thing about this product, is the price. A lot of people, and myself included, consider rangefinders to be a top price, kind of in that £300, £350 market for a good product. The shot scope proved me wrong because that was at £200, and this has done one better. The RRP of this product is $129.99, an absolute bargain that rivals any GPS device in 2020. From watches to just standard tablets, this is up there and it's definitely on the cheaper side. So to come in with all these additional features as well, such as the voice feature and the vibration function with 3 modes, up to 880 yards zoom, to have a sporty design, to be so small, to come in such simple instructions, there's so many positives of this device for this price bracket that makes me think this is going to be best suited for someone who wants to get into the GPS market, who wants to buy someone a Christmas present to just push their golf game a little bit further and help them understand how important yardages is. It ticks every box for me. Yes, at a price of $129.99, I wouldn't consider any product that's GPS to be perfect. You could think an example is the Garmin watches, the simple ones, they just give you to the front, middle and back, and they come in at between £100 and £200. This comes in at £130 and you can get any single yardage you want from any single distance. So for me, it's a no-brainer as to which one you should choose. Yes, there are some baby steps and some teething that can be done with this product because you do have to get used to it. It's a bit confusing at first because there are certain instances where it doesn't work very well. But after you get used to it, they'll stop. So for me, I'm going to put it out now. I think this is the #1 Christmas present that you can get for a budding, starting golfer who wants to push their golf game even further in 2021. At £130, I don't think there's much better price that you can get for any sort of golf accessory because it just offers everything that you want to have in a rangefinder. I think GolfBuddy have done really well to appeal to that sort of market who want to use rangefinders but feel that it's just a bit too expensive for them. If you guys have used a GolfBuddy Laser Lite, let me know down in the comments because I think it's a really interesting product and I'm definitely going to use it over the next few months and just see how it compares to my golf watch and the other rangefinders that I've used and just how optimal it is for that price bracket. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video today reviewing the GolfBuddy Laser Lite rangefinder. It's a really interesting product and I hope you guys get your hands on it and just see how it performs. If you guys are new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all our equipment reviews, accessory reviews such as this rangefinder, PGA Tour news, challenges and much more going into 2021. I'll see you guys at the next video.